So mputumi your rent na obetna me fie. Oh.
Hey, StarTimes say, eni kwanse sika wuti ahwe TV no. Ne boy den eche wo danka.
Oh, prepaid NASA.
Eni kwanse sika wuti ahwe TV no. Ne boy den eche wo electricity bills.
He's done well to keep that in.
Dad, school fees.
Eni kwanse sika wuti ahwe TV no. Ne boy koye den eche wo school fees. StarTimes die, yeti ase pa. Yen na ba pay TV a. Ye woni ja form emo obie timi hwere ni so ade. Enti obie timi hwe bi. Ubetimi ja nkwada nyina de ma StarTimes TV. Esan say, enje mabema nkwada ni achi na wosuo de ni nyina wo StarTimes. Ai, StarTimes ebe mo premium entertainment. Anyoma ye nikanika be ma wofie aye de. De akoso wiase nyina. Ubenya bi ahwe awo StarTimes so. Ai, wunnim say, uhia StarTimes. Oh, they was so tough form. Me say, any jenny dear, a true chada.
StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
So mputumi your rent na obetna me fie. Oh.
Hey, StarTimes say, eni kwanse sika wuti ahwe TV no. Ne boy den eche wo danka.
Oh, prepaid NASA.
Eni kwanse sika wuti ahwe TV no. Ne boy den eche wo electricity bills.
He's done well to keep that in.
Dad, school fees.
Eni kwanse sika wuti ahwe TV no. Ne boy koye den eche wo school fees. StarTimes die, yeti ase pa. Yen na ba pay TV a. Ye woni ja form emo obie timi hwere ni so ade. Enti obie timi hwe bi. Ubetimi ja nkwada nyina de ma StarTimes TV. Esan say, enje mabema nkwada ni achi na wosuo de ni nyina wo StarTimes. Ai, StarTimes ebe mo premium entertainment. Anyoma ye nikanika be ma wofie aye de. De akoso wiase nyina. Ubenya bi ahwe awo StarTimes so. Ai, wunnim say, uhia StarTimes. Oh, they was so tough form. Me say, any jenny dear, a true chada.
StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
So mputumi your rent na obetna me fie. Oh.
Hey, StarTimes say, eni kwanse sika wuti ahwe TV no. Ne boy den eche wo danka.
Oh, prepaid NASA.
Eni kwanse sika wuti ahwe TV no. Ne boy den eche wo electricity bills.
He's done well to keep that in.
Dad, school fees.
Eni kwanse sika wuti ahwe TV no. Ne boy koye den eche wo school fees. StarTimes die, yeti ase pa. Yen na ba pay TV a. Ye woni ja form emo obie timi hwere ni so ade. Enti obie timi hwe bi. Ubetimi ja nkwada nyina de ma StarTimes TV. Esan say, enje mabema nkwada ni achi na wosuo de ni nyina wo StarTimes. Ai, StarTimes ebe mo premium entertainment. Anyoma
the Accra derby had to folk take it on Accra Lions after 45 minutes, nothing to separate the two sides. It's 0-0. Heart of Folk having a chunk of the chances, but then they fluffed all the chances they've had. A couple falling to Salim Adams, but then he's not been able to make the most out of it. But then for Heart of Folk again, it's Glido Tanga who had to leave the field after 45 minutes because he had an injury. He had a bleeding nose, so it means that he won't be able to continue, which means that there could be some adjustments going into the second half. But for Accra Lions, they've made some errors trying to build up from the back, but then they've not been able to get the better of Heart of Folk. They've created some decent chances in the first half, you would say, but they've not troubled the Heart of Folk goalkeeper making his debut, that's in Ketia this afternoon. I'm still here with Nanedu at pitch side at Accra Sports Stadium, and I'm going to take his assessment of the first 45. Nanedu, we've seen a good game, entertaining, but then the game is lacking goals. What's your assessment of the first 45?
I would say it's a fairly balanced game in the first 45 minutes. When you look at the two teams, how they started the game. Accra Lions came with the game with a wing style of play. They want to operate from the wings. That is why you can see anytime the defenders get the ball, the first thing they'll try to identify is to give the ball to Shokan. Shokan get the ball, the first thing is to identify Awuni from the wing play. That is why you can see right from the 45 minutes, Michael Ampedu is red alert on Awuni because he knows the trick and the skill set of Awuni. When he's operating from the wing play and he cuts him with the right foot, he's a very dangerous player on that play. So that is why you can see Michael Ampedu in the first 45 minutes in the Hearts of Oak defense. He has been the most busiest person in the first 45 because of Awuni. Shokan anytime try to spread the play for Accra Lions. That is why you can see in the first 45 minutes, in terms of possession, Accra Lions is doing a bit in the football play.
All right, but then some chances fall into Accra Hearts of Oak. They've had the best chances in the first 45, but then they've not been able to convert that one, and it looks like some indecisiveness on the part of the Phobians.
That is one thing I saw in the first 45 minutes. In fact, the most clearest chance came in the frame of Hearts of Oak, especially the one from Salim Adam, that free kick that the goalkeeper saved in the first 45 minutes. You can see that was the biggest chance in the first 45 minutes. It should have been a goal from Salim Adam, especially when he's coming from his strength. He's a dead ball situation specialist. Anytime behind the 18-yard box in the free kick department, he's an expert in that department, but he couldn't score from that angle. That is the biggest miss from Hearts of Oak Football Club in the first 45 minutes.
But then we've seen Hearts of Oak. It looks like they keep pressing because they know that Accra Lions would love to build from the back. They love to build from the back, especially when they have Shokan dropping deeper to involve in the play. What are they supposed to do? Because they've been able to halt some of these build-ups. They've created some decent chances, but then they've not been able to convert them. And as you can see, Accra Lions always trying to. But then this chance from Salim Adams, he should be burying this one.
I think, when you look at their front play, Hamza Issa operates well when Kasim Cisse is in the lineup. In today's game, it's rather Salim Adams playing behind him. So there is no Kasim Cisse. And Salif Ibrahim, and of course, Yaman Kwabe, if you're operating from the wings. So I would have preferred Kasim Cisse rather supporting Hamza Issa up front. Salim Adam is more like a deep line playmaker, where he's playing the role of a number 8. That is where the strength of Salim Adam comes into the game. By this time, he's operating as a typical number 10 behind Hamza Issa. And Hamza Issa is not a typical bulky striker that would like to use his body to work on the field of play. That is why Kasim Cisse was doing that job for Hearts of Oak. But today, it's rather Hamza Issa who is working tightly in the out front area for Hearts of Oak. They need additional strikers to complement the effort of Hamza Issa in the field of play.
But then we've not seen Hamza Issa at all. It looks like Ali Mohammed and Hamza Atta are doing a good job on him. They've not allowed him any space at all this afternoon.
I think the two pair in central defense for Accra Lions are calm and composed. They are more like a ball-playing centre half. So they many times will depend on the strength on the striker of the opponent. That is why they are calm on Hamza Issa. Hamza Issa is quiet in the first 45. Maybe in the second half, the intensity of the game will up in the second half. That is where we will see the strength of how to put up front.
Now let's talk about some Accra Lions chances over there. At this point, you could see David Oduro doing so much work over there. The connection was just lacking.
Accra Lions, when the wing play is not operating well, even the strikers struggle to score, even though they are scoring more goals. But you can see the midfield play from Shokan and the weak play from Awuni. That is the strength of their team. So when those assists are not coming in the 18-yard box, the striker are more of a passenger in the field of play. That is why they are missing a lot of chance in the first 45 minutes.
We've seen what happened to Otanga. He got collided into a collision with some one Accra Lions player. Now he had a bleeding nose. And later in the game, we just saw him walk off the pitch. How are Hearts of Oak going to replace him in this team? Because we know how important he is to the Hearts of Oak setup.
I think he's their best DM in the game. The best DM in Hearts of Oak is Glade Otanga. He works very hard to make the number 8s work on the field of play very simple. So when Otanga is not in the team, Hearts of Oak struggle defensively. So they will need him in the second half. If he's not available, Brazil Issa is also injured. So who replaces him from the bench? That is a major blow for Hearts of Oak. I'm hoping Glade Otanga will start again in the second half and continue the 45 minutes for them.
Before the game, we were talking about Hearts of Oak's goalkeeping woes. Nketiah is in now. How would you rate him? Has he been good or he's not been tested yet for you?
I was in the media stand with some of the Hearts of Oak supporters. They believe among the goalkeepers in the Hearts of Oak team, he's the best among them.
Wow.
So once he's in the poll today's game, he's likely to take over the position as the number 1 goalkeeper for Hearts of Oak. So no wonder people are already praising him in the field of play.
But they've not tested him yet. You wouldn't say Accra Lions has really tested him with some strong balls. He is yet to make a crucial save for Hearts of Oak.
Sometimes when it comes to goalkeepers, it's not about the save you make. It's about how you control your back four, calmly compose, how you organize your back four. The organization is very important for goalkeepers. So on that score, I think he has done a great job in the first 45 minutes organizing the back four. And I think the inclusion of David Opunafane has brought some calmness in the heart of the central defense. That is working for Hearts of Oak in the first 45 minutes.
All right, so we'll be joining the feed or commentary very soon for the second half of the Accra derby between Accra Hearts of Oak and then Accra Lions. But what should change in the second half for both teams quickly?
I think for Hearts of Oak, they need to introduce another striker because they are the home side. They need the maximum 3 points, much more than Accra Lions. Include another striker, let him help the situation for you. Linda Intange, today's game, is more of a typical player operating from the left side of the midfield, cutting in. He should rather be behind the hole. That is where Salim Adam is operating from. So I would like to see one additional striker supporting them and pushing Linda Intange off front. That will help us to football club.
But what about Accra Lions? What did they have to do?
They are calm and composed. They should maintain the same style of play in the first 15 minutes of the second half. Maybe after the first 20 minutes, they can infect some changes that will help them.
Okay, so the players are trooping onto the pitch for the second half of the Accra derby. Accra Hearts of Oak playing at home to Accra Lions. The first 45 minutes saw some action, some crunch tackles, some yellow cards being flied, but then we didn't see a goal in the first half. But then we have 45 more minutes to play in this today's Accra derby. Nanedu, finally, let me bring you in before we join the feed in commentary position. Yaman Kwabefi and Salifu Ibrahim. It looks like there's not been that connection between them, that smooth style of play. We are not seeing it today.
I think both Salifu Ibrahim and Yaman Kwabefi are a little bit slow in the first 45 minutes. Maybe in the second half, they should introduce another player. He could help a lot in the second 45 minutes of the game.
And then Yaya Mohammed, we've not really seen him. It looks like Agbesima is doing a good job on him. He's really stayed close to him and not allowing him any chance at all.
I think both Agbesima and Opunafane are doing a great job on the Accra Lions centre forward. That is working for them. The left, where the left side of the arm midfield, that is where Awuni is operating from. And Peru need to be alert in the second half, especially. Otherwise, Accra Lions will punish them.
So Accra Lions trooping onto the field. They've never won a game, a competitive game against Accra Hearts of Oak. In their last 5 Premier League outings against Hearts of Oak have always come out on top. Today, maybe they believe that they could just turn everything around and break that jinx against the Phobians. But for Hearts of Oak, the worry for them is that Gledo Tanga won't be able to continue the game. He won't continue because he has been taken off injured. He had a bleeding nose in the first half, which means that he won't be able to continue for Accra Hearts of Oak. They are really, really going to miss him, and there is going to be a substitution, which I will be confirming to you very soon. Gledo Tanga will be the one going out, and there is a player substituting him. It's the number 19 Gideon Asante. What do you think, or how do you think he's going to operate? Does that mean that they'll have to alter things at Hearts of Oak?
They call him the Dio in the Hearts of Oak team. Former Tema City player. Your own super agents player. He's coming in the second half. He's a talented boy. Maybe
okay, so we are about to begin here at Accra Sports Stadium. Second 45 is beckoning. It's Accra Hearts of Oak against Accra Lions. The first half ended 0-0. What will happen in the second half? Let's just link to commentary and take the next 45.
So I'm putting into your rent now, but I'm a fee.
StarTimes say, a new concert sika wutia TV no. Ne boy den eche wudanka.